Hey everyone, welcome back to KDX Bricks Analytics. I am Kevin, and LEGO May the 4th promo weekend is just a couple of days away. I'm going to show you my buying plan to maximize gifts with purchase, the promos, and the sales, ultimately to save the most money when investing in these fantastic LEGO Star Wars sets. Here we are on lego.com. Let's scroll down and look at the gifts with purchase first. Oh, and I just realized I need to move my ugly mug down to the bottom right for this video. There we go. That's much better. All right, here is the big GWP we are all excited about, the Federation Troop Carrier. It comes with 2 pilot droids, the 6 battle droids, a printed 25-year anniversary brick, and of course the troop carrier. Here's the front of the box. The box art looks pretty good, and here's the back of the box showing all of the features. And I also need to point out that the pilot droids have exclusive printing on the front of the blue torso piece. You can see that here and here. It's simple, but it's great that we have exclusive printing in this set. The buy threshold on the troop carrier is $160 or more, and then we're also getting an AAT poly bag with a buy threshold of $40 or more. And of course, if you spend the $160, then you get both. Here's a look at the poly bag. It's plain, but looks pretty good. And then if you're a LEGO Insider, which is free to join, so everybody can get this too, with a purchase threshold of $90 or more, then you get this Battle of Yavin collectible coin. So the big question right off the top is always, how much are these 3 GWPs going to go for on the secondary market? And we've already got some data. Let's look at eBay. These 3 sets are already selling, so somebody has early access, but this one is 85 shipped, and here's one that's 80 shipped. For GWPs, that's obviously very good. Now let's look at the troop carrier specifically. So there was one that retired in 2016, 75086, the battle droid troop carrier, retailed for $40, and it's going for $159. Pretty good. This one has double the droids and this exclusive Gungan Warrior minifigure, but 40 to 160 is definitely a good sign for this GWP. Not that I think this GWP is going to sell for 160 anytime soon. Let's also compare to last year's May 4th GWP, which was this Death Star 2 mini model, if you will. It doesn't have any minifigures, but if we look at eBay, last year's GWP set, polybag, and coin are going for about $80 right now. When I factor all this in and subtract out shipping and fees, I'm going to assume a $65 take-home value for this year's GWPs. And of course, I'm going to use that number in a minute to show you how I'm maximizing my savings for all of my purchases I want to make in a couple of days. On a personal note, I am really excited about this troop carrier this year. I'm going to have to keep one for my own collection. We've had so many clone sets, and we can do so much clone army building, but we've had very few droid battle packs or sets with lots of droids in them, and those droids drop like flies, so you need tons of droids so that your clones have something to fight against. And so yeah, I'm excited to have one, and heck, I might even keep 2. I'm eating into my profits here, but these are really good GWPs. But wait, there's more. I know we've all already seen this, but there are going to be sets that are on sale, and there are going to be sets that have 4x insider points. These images are from Brick Clicker. Check all his stuff out. He is great. But let's look at the sales sets first. The Brick Built Chewbacca is $35 off, not even close to enough of a discount for me. The Throne Room Diorama is $15 off, also not nearly close enough of a discount. But the one in the middle, the Ghost and Phantom 2, $160 to $130, $30 off. This 100% is a set that I'll be picking up in a couple of days. And then we have 5 sets that are 4x insider points: E-Wing and Shin Hati Starfighter, the UCS X-Wing, the UCS AT-AT, the Coruscant Guard Gunship, and the large and fantastic Master Series Mos Eisley Cantina. I'm not going to be getting all of these, but at least a couple of them. And then this image and table basically shows that all the other Star Wars sets that are not already 4x insider points or discounted are going to be 2x insider points. However, mysteriously, there are 10 sets that are being left out of this promo weekend. Obviously, we don't know what LEGO's plan is behind this. I'm sure they've got something worked out, but for the most part, these are sets that I wouldn't be picking up this promo weekend anyways. Now it's time to show you my plan for maximizing the promos, discounts, and ultimately those great savings. I've got 8 purchases that I want to make, and this table is the start of the first purchase. First set is the Ghost and Phantom 2 75357. This R in parentheses means that according to Brick Fanatics, it is expected to retire at the end of this year. However, there's some risk with this set. There's going to be 1 or 2 that fall off of the retirement list before the end of the year, and it really could be this one. So I'm not going to go crazy right now, but I definitely want to get 1 or 2 during this promo weekend. It is an Amazon exclusive, and as I showed a second ago, this one will be on sale for $30 less, so it'll be $130. So I'm going to get 1 in this scenario. I have a few reasons I like this set. It has 17 mentions and an enthusiasm score of 2.4 in the data that I've collected in the first quarter of 2024. Those are really good metrics. It's the number 4 set on my table from all of the other videos that I watch. If it retires, it will have less than a year and a half shelf life, and it has 5 very good minifigures, and all of them are exclusive. We've had one other minifigure scale Ghost, and it retired in 2015. It retailed for $90, and it's going for over $500 today. This one is not going to do the same. We are in totally different times. There are a lot more investors, and there's a lot more sets being produced by Lego, so there's going to be tons of supply and much less demand, but there's still great opportunity out there in my opinion, so this set is absolutely a no-brainer for me during this promo weekend. And then to get across the $160 threshold to get all 3 GWPs, in this example I want to pick up 4 Brickhead's Tusken Raiders. They are Lego exclusive. This one will be retiring at the end of this year. It's on the 2x Insider Points list, and like I said, I want to get 4 of them for $40, so the total cost is $170. It's actually a few pennies less. That's why I had to get 4 of the Brickheads instead of 3, so that I'm not stuck at $169 and like 97 cents. This Tusken Raider is another easy pick for me. It has 7 mentions and a really high E-score of 2.7. Remember, the enthusiasm score has a max of 3.0, so we are getting close to the top with this set. It'll have a 2-year shelf life, which is kind of long for Brickheads, but not terrible, and it's a Star Wars Brickheads. They've all done pretty well to really well in the past. Now let's look at our savings. The sale is $30 off the Ghost, 2x Insider Points on the Tusken Raider, and then just the standard, basically 5% off equivalent points on the Ghost yields $11 in Insider Points, and I know I've got VIP points written over here. I still use them interchangeably, even though it's been a while. I really should make that change and get VIP out of my mind, but I'll get there someday. And then another $4 savings, assuming that Rakuten is 2.5%. It's possible that Rakuten will go to 10%. It has happened in previous years during major sales at lego.com, but also keep in mind that exclusives and I think hard to find are 1.5% Rakuten cashback. So I'm just going with 2.5% for all examples because we don't know exactly what it's going to be. Keep in mind, Rakuten is really easy to use. It's a plugin that downloads right into your web browser. Easy to sign up for. Rakuten is very reliable. I've been using them for years now. Every quarter you get a check from them in the mail with all of your savings. It is direct cash back. If you've never used it before, I highly recommend that you sign up using somebody's promo code. Right now it's saying that you'll get $40. Sometimes it's $30. Sometimes it's $40. Every now and then it's as low as $10, but that's super rare. I think the typical is $30. And not only will you get the $30 savings, and then of course all the savings on all of your future purchases, but the person that you use the referral code will also get a $30 savings. I have my referral code down in the description, but don't feel like you got to use mine. Definitely go pick your favorite Lego YouTuber and go use theirs. If it's mine, I really appreciate it. If it's somebody else's, that's great, but just make sure you get yourself the savings and somebody that provides all of these great Lego YouTube videos some savings. Adding up all of the rewards in the green cells yields $110 and a 55% savings for a final cost of $90.25 for all 5 of these sets. I have cost in quotes because remember, your VIP points are savings towards future Lego store or lego.com purchases. Rakuten is direct cash back, and then the GWP is only savings after you sell it on eBay or Amazon or on Facebook Marketplace. Summarizing by each set and unit, for the Ghost, the retail is $160 at 55% off. I'm going to pay $72 for a total savings of $88. And for the Tusken Raider, the retail is the standard $10, 55% off means I'm going to pay $4.50 for a savings of $5.50. For my second purchase, I'm going to start out with the Coruscant Guard Gunship set 75354, 4x Insider Points. I'm going to get 1. MSRP is $140. I'm a big fan because it has 15 mentions and a 2.4 enthusiasm score. Also just under a year and a half shelf life, but another one that we have to watch closely, could fall off of the retirement list. 5 really good minifigures. A few of them are clones. We've noted that the printing on the clone commander is too thin, but other than that, the minifigures are great. 3 of 5 of them are exclusive. This is our first Coruscant Guard gunship, so we don't have exact comparables, but we do have previous Republic gunships. This one retired in 2014, $120 to $427. And then we've got some really old ones that are doing outstanding. Retired in 2010, $120 to $653, and then retired in 2003, $90 to over $1,100. I think this one can make about $220 after a couple of years of hold time. And then to cross over the required $160, 3 of the Tusken Raiders. I know that's really creative of me, but I do like that Tusken Raiders brickhead. No sales on either these sets, but the VIP points works out to $31 because of the 4x points on the Gunship, the same $4 in Rakuten savings, and then the same $65 for the GWP. Total rewards is $100 for 59% off, and that final quote cost is $69.75. At 59% off, I'll be paying an equivalent of $57 for the Coruscant Guard Gunship, and that is an $83 savings. And in this example, I'll be paying $4.10 per brickheads for a $5.90 savings. For my third purchase, I'm going to buy multiple of the same set, and that is the new 40676, the Phantom Menace brickheads. It is a Lego exclusive. It will have 2x insider points. I'm going to get 3 of them. That works out to $165. This is an absolutely beautiful set. I have very few complaints or things that I would change about it. All characters are standouts. You look at them, you know exactly who you're looking at. Lots of color, lots of variety, great prints. I am really excited about this one. Only 2 mentions, but a top enthusiasm score of 3.0. The mentions are low just because we haven't had official images for more than a few weeks. I don't have the R in parentheses in front of set number and name because according to Brick Fanatics, it is not retiring yet. However, there's multiple sources and rumors out there that it will retire at the end of this year, kind of like last year's Battle of Endor Heroes brickheads was on the shelves for just 9 months. And oh, by the way, this one's already creeping up in value a little bit, and it didn't retire more than about 5 months ago. So even though I don't have the R yet, I'm thinking this one is going to retire at the end of this year, but even if it doesn't, I would like to get a bunch, and so now's a great opportunity to get a few. I don't like buying sets years before they're retiring, but the boxes on these are small. I don't mind holding on to a few of them. The savings are $17 in VIP points, $4 in Rakuten, and the $65 GWP for a total of $86. 52% off, so the final cost is $79.38 by unit. At 52% off, that means I'll be paying an equivalent of $26 for a savings of $29 per set. I can't wait to put that purchase in. My fourth purchase will start out with 2 of the Executor Super Star Destroyers that are Walmart exclusives. They'll have 2x insider points. 2 of them equals $140. This is another no-brainer for me. Just over a 1.5-year shelf life, and if we put MIDI into brick set, we have a few older ones like the Millennium Falcon from 2010, $40 to $162. The Imperial Star Destroyer, also from 2010, $40 to $127. The Nebulon B was really limited issue, so I'm not factoring that one in. Here's our new one that's retiring this year, and then Lego just announced 3 others in the mini scale size. Just like with the Star Wars helmet sub-theme, I fully expect collectors to want to grab all of these, and there's only 1 retiring this year from the first wave. And when people see that more of these are being built, and hopefully a few more even get designed and released after these 3, then everybody's going to want to go back and get this original one. Also, it's a fantastic 13 mentions and 2.7 enthusiasm score on the table. And I have no creativity today to round out my purchase. 3 brickheads, $30. Total cost is $170. The savings is $17 in VIP points, $4 Rakuten, and $65 GWP. That sounds very similar to the last one. Total rewards is $86, 51%, $83.75 is what I will be paying for all 5 of these sets. Individually, for the mini scale Star Destroyer, it retails at $70. 51% off means I'm going to pay $34 for a savings of $36. And then the brickheads, I'm going to be paying $490 and a savings of $510. My 5th purchase is the exact same as the last, but I'm swapping out the Princess Leia Bouche helmet for the Star Destroyer. They all retail at $70, so all of the numbers are the exact same. So I'm going to show you the table all at once here. The final cost again is $83.75 for these 3 sets. The Bouche helmet will cost me $34 with a savings of $36, and then the same cost for the Tusken Raider. We all know that the helmets that have already retired have done really well. I think this one is going to follow the same path. 17 mentions, E-score of 2.6, under a 2-year shelf life, a 4.2 on brick set. Even though it's super ugly, I think that's a good sign. People are going to want to round out their full collection and have this one. And similar story for my 6th purchase, but this time I am swapping out the Commander Cody helmet. All the same numbers, so it's $83.75 for the 5 sets. Commander Cody will cost me $34 with a savings of $36, and then the same for the brickheads. 4.2 on brick set, but this time 18 mentions, E-score of 2.8 out of a total of 1,058 Lego set mentions in Q1. This is our #1 set on this table. I don't think I can go wrong with picking this one up. I am really excited about it. My 7th purchase starts out with the New Republic E-Wing or Shin Hati Starfighter. It's $110 MSRP, a little overpriced. Definitely a set that I am least interested in than all the other ones that I've covered so far, but at 4x insider points, I think it's going to be a great pickup. Another one with less than a year and a half shelf life, does have 5 exclusive minifigures. I like them overall. Only 4 mentions though on our table and an E-score of 2.3, so much lower compared to a lot of the other Star Wars sets. I mean, we're getting pretty down the list by the time we get to this one. To get across the threshold, I want to do 1 Phantom Menace Brickheads. Retails at $55, total cost is $165. No sales on either of the sets, but $28 in VIP points, $4 Rakuten, and $65 GWP for a total rewards of $97 and a 59% savings, so a total cost of $68.38 for both of these sets. That's why I want to pick one of these up. So even though I'm not too enthusiastic about it, it's $68 for both of these, and more specifically at $45 with the 59% rewards. Even if this thing only sells for $130 on the secondary market, I'm doubling my money. That's a total savings of $65. And then for the Phantom Menace Brickheads, 59% off means I'm paying $23, so for a total savings of $32. All right, and my last purchase, I'm going to buy one of one set. I'm sure you can already guess it. Dun, 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 dun. The Mos Eisley Cantina at $400. So I'm going way over the $160 threshold. Obviously, we try to never do that, but I don't know if we're going to get another good opportunity to get this one. We might. I'll talk about that in a second. We are getting it at 4x insider points. So for savings, $80 of insider points, $10 Rakuten, 65 GWP for a total of $155 for a 39% savings and a final cost of $245. This set retails $400. We can get it for $245 when doing this. The big question is that the right play? Because the last large set that retired at the end of last year, this UCS Republic Gunship, also $400. There was a short window where it was 30% off with double insider points. That works out about the same. Odds are we don't get a better opportunity than this for the Mos Eisley Cantina. So now it comes down to how much I want to gamble and if I want to pull the trigger now on 1 or 2 more, or if I want to wait. So I'm going to kind of feel that out. I'm uncertain at this point, but I do love this set because it has 21 minifigures. Almost half of them are unique. It has a 4.6 on Brickset, 18 mentions, a lower E-score of 2.3, but that's mostly because of the price. There's a number of investors out there that just say, hey, if it's $250 or $300 or more, I'm skipping it because it's a lot to manage. If you're going to ship it, that's crazy expensive. Storing it is a huge pain. And the other hesitancy is it's been out since October of 2020. That's over a 4-year shelf life, so it will be a longer hold time. But there is one other Master Builder Series set out there, Betrayal at Cloud City 75222, retailed for $350 and it's going for $745. And the number on Brickset is usually after shipping and fees, so on eBay it's probably about $1,000. This one only retired in 2019, so not too long ago. So I don't know if that comparable is representative of this. Maybe this one only tops out at $600. Maybe it goes to $1,500. But in my opinion, it will go up in pretty good value. All right, that's the scoop and my plan to get the best deals. And I've got one final busy summary sheet, but this shows you how I would do if I bought everything in my first 7 scenarios. Total retail value of $1,210. It works out to 54% off of rewards and savings and cashback and points and GWPs. So then my buy-in would be $559 with a total savings of $651. I put the images up of everything I would get: 1 Ghost, 1 Gunship, 2 of the MIDI scales, 4 of the Brickheads, 2 Codys, 2 Bushes, 7 Droid GWPs, 7 Polybags, 7 coins, and then 19 of the Brickheads all scattered around. Now I'm sure you're asking, how in the world are you going to buy 19 Brickheads when the limit is only 5? Well, I can tell you my wife is going to be buying some Lego. She probably won't know about it, so please don't tell her. And then I'm going to go to my parents and beg and plead that I can make some purchases on their Lego accounts also. So we'll see how far I get on my plan with this. All right, that's a wrap. Thanks a lot for watching. Good luck these next few days. Keep in mind that the GWPs could sell out very quickly. They did last year. If you're interested, you got to get on them early. Thanks again, and I will see you in the next one. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else.